Hello and welcome, sports fans, to this live streaming event from Table Rock Sports Productions in partnership with our local school districts. Thank you to our local sponsors who make these live athletic streams possible. Please support their businesses when you can. I'm Jim McCoy along with Mark McLemore, Joseph Brett on the camera, coming to you live from the Cascade Christian Pavilion in Medford, Oregon. And we thank you for joining us today. Welcome to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week, as we get set for this matchup between the Challengers of Cascade Christian and the Bulldogs of Sutherlin. The coverage today is brought to you by Table Rock Sports, Oregon's leading provider of live high school athletic streams through our Lithia Superstore Game Center and at TableRockSports.net. Welcome to our home and visiting fans watching today. Joe Brett is our executive producer. Our sports sponsors keep these events free for fans to enjoy. Please let them know you appreciate their support. Table Rock Sports invites you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and thank you to the over 4,500 fans who already have. Joining me, Mark McLemore, boys JV coach, and not a pretty win for your team, but a win nonetheless. And I guess one of the things that we always know, I'm sure that one of the things that as you get those guys trained up, coached up to play and be ready for competing at the varsity level, you coach up defense, and it sounds like in that respect they did their job well today.
They certainly did. They played really well defensively today. I was very pleased with their effort defensively and holding Sutherlin to just 27 points in 4 quarters. You know, we talked about it a lot. You know, Challenger basketball program, you know, one of the goals is holding teams to single-digit quarters. You know, we've talked about it on the broadcast before where, you know, no double-digit quarters. 8 points, 9 points, but not 10, right?
Right.
If you can hold teams in the single digits per quarter, you know, you're going to win a lot of basketball games because usually you can score more than more than 9 points in a quarter, and that gives you a victory by the time you get to the end of the fourth. So, Challengers, we did a great job holding Sutherland to 27 points. Just had a little trouble scoring the ball. We ended up winning 39-27, but usually we do a little better job of making our layups than we did today.
All right. Well, this portion of our pregame show is brought to you by Abby's Pizza. With locations to serve you throughout Southern Oregon, make Abby's Pizza your postgame stop. With a menu that covers all your family favorites, Abby's is an Oregon postgame tradition since the 1960s. See you after the game at Abby's. Let's go ahead and go to Shane Petch at the public address to learn the starting lineups.
Junior guard, number 5, Brandon Lord. The senior wing, number 10, Riley Cortez. The junior forward, number 21, Noah Magana. And the senior center, number 25, Hunter Van Buren. The Bulldogs are under the direction of head coach Nick Freeman. And now, for your Cascade Christian Challenger. A 6'1" junior guard, number 2, Hudson. A 6'2" senior guard, number 3, Brandon.
Well, there's a starting lineup for the Challengers, and a guy that's really been a revelation because he's the new kid in town. Jake Holden has been something else for the Challengers since he first put that jersey on.
Yeah, he's a very talented kid, and you gotta love to watch him play because he He makes all the little things. He does all the little things for the challengers. He rebounds. He attacks the middle of defenses. He's a pretty good passer. And, you know, he's the full package. And it's good to see a kid like that coming in as a sophomore. And you can see he's built, too. He's not. It's not like he's a skinny kid. He's put together.
All right, challengers control the tip. Holden fires over in the corner to Klecker. They'll kick it back out. Alvarez wasting no time getting this thing going. Derek Farmer with the basketball. Farmer, one of 2 seniors on this challenger squad. Farmer gives it up to Gottsman. Klecker feed it down low. Alvarez off the window, 4-2. And I tell you what, you do a lot of that this evening, you're probably going to win.
Yeah, nice little standard play the challengers run to start the game, and it works very well right there. Good screen by Derek Farmer for Andy.
Sutherlin finds themselves trapped on the sideline, end up giving up the basketball.
And I feel a little energy from the challengers tonight. That's good to see, considering that they've not always started games well this year.
Gottsman with the basketball, passes cross court. Klecker dump it inside for Alvarez. Alvarez can't get the shot to go get his own rebound. Sticks with it. Gottsman, Klecker around the horn to Holden. Holden penetrates. Leaves it off for Farmer over in the corner. Holden will fire from 3, and it's good. Jake Holden, averaging 18 points a game, gets his first 3 of the night as the challengers quickly take the 5-0 lead.
Yeah, and Jake starts making those. He hasn't made a lot of threes this year. He starts making those. Are going to be a real bonus for the challengers.
Van Buren, Lohr, they'll feed it down. Nice pass there. Riley Cortez with the finish as Sutherlin gets on the board. Sutherlin coming in with a 6-6 record. Head coach Nick Freeman. Ball out of bounds. Challenger basketball. So you can see, not a ton of size on this Sutherlin roster. LaPrey about 6'1". Looks like he's just about their tallest kid. Gottsman eyes the 3 for a moment. Kicks it out, Farmer. Now for Klecker. Klecker. Farmer from 3. His shot off to the right, no good. But there's Alvarez using his length to grab the offensive rebound. Feed inside. Alvarez, as he makes a move, he's fouled, and he'll go to the line.
Good aggressive on the board work by the challengers here early. And good to see them attacking the rim, getting some offensive rebounds and second chance opportunities. You've seen a bunch of those here in this second possession of the game, as Alvarez misses the first one.
Alvarez shooting just a little over 50% from the free throw line early in the year. He is the challengers' leader in field goal percentage, and he gets his first point of the evening to give the challengers the 4-point lead. Lohr out of backcourt, guarded by Gottsman. They'll feed it over to Cortez. Up top, shooting from downtown, Van Buren. His shot no good. Hunter Van Buren picking it up. And now a steal by Gottsman. Gottsman, as he makes a move to the hoop. We got a whistle. And the foul called. And that'll go against Brandon Lohr. Lohr, 5'7" junior guard. Holden. Farmer. Farmer on the drive. Loses the handle on it inside. There's Van Buren. Cortez out of backcourt. Lohr guarded by Gottsman. He's looking inside, works it up top to LaPrey. Van Buren, his shot off the back iron, there to collect the miss. Here are the challengers. Shot from the corner from Klecker, in and out. There to pick it up, Noah Magana, 6-foot junior, and
I think we have a shot clock issue.
Try to get that all squared away. So it'll be the Bulldogs inbounding just in front of us. From Brandon Lohr. Substitutions in the ball game. Hutton Walker wearing number 1. Also in is Noah Darland. And Darland, one of those players that'll do a lot of little things for you.
Yep. Both those guys played a little in the JV game here earlier.
Lohr passes up top. LaPrey around the horn it goes to Van Buren. Van Buren in front of the challenger bench. Picks up his dribble inside. Challengers stifling on the defense. And they're going to call the foul on Walker for the freshman. That'll be his first personal of the ball game. For the Challengers, their first team foul. Sutherlin has 2. Five-second violation against Sutherlin. So at least in terms of defensive energy, Challengers are there.
Yeah, nice defensive energy, good offensive energy too. And so far taking care of the ball, just 1 turnover so far for the Challengers. One of the things they struggled with at Douglas.
Farmer to the cup, and he scores. His first field goal of the ball game. Challengers lead by 6. Lohr for Magana. Tries to feed it inside. And it was last touched by the Bulldogs. Gavin Hayes checking into the Challenger lineup. And Andy Alvarez will go to the bench. Hayes, the transfer from Phoenix High School, just a sophomore. Your leading scorer in the JV game.
Yes, had 9 points in the JV game. Only played a quarter, so not too bad for a quarter.
Yeah, he made it count. Walker on the drive, kick out for Farmer. Farmer finds Holden. Holden will drive, feeds it to Hayes with the left hand off the glass.
Very nice ball movement that time by the Challengers and finding the open guy, getting some paint touches. That's what Coach wants to see on offense right there.
With the basketball, Riley Heinen. Try to feed it inside, and a Bulldog turnover.
And a nice job that time by Noah Darland, getting in front of the cutter and not letting him cut his face. And that time the ball thrown out of bounds by Sutherlin, and they take a timeout.
Timeout called. We'll take one as well, and we'll be right back here on TableRockSports.net.
The Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Medford Superstore wants to buy your vehicle. So we'll beat any other dealer's offer to buy your vehicle by $500. And if we don't buy your vehicle, we'll fill up your gas tank. Only at Lithia Dodge.
Whether it's game day or a family get-together, Sherm's has the quality products and prices that will make you cheer. Sherm's Thunderbird Market, Medford's original discount grocery store.
You want diverse venues? We got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground.
Back to action here at the Pavilion. Klecker with the ball, cross court to Darland. Darland looking inside for Holden. Holden tried to make a move. Defensively, Sutherlin gets a hand on it. Walker looking inside for Holden. And it is taken away by Sutherlin. Out of backcourt will be Riley Cortez for Riley Heinen. And a traveling call. Sutherlin, early turnover trouble.
Yeah, that's their 5th already in this first quarter. Challenger's doing a nice job of keeping the defensive pressure on here early.
Checking in, number 14, Andrew Worley, 5'9" senior guard. Also in the game, Braxton Gary. And there, entry pass denied, but there's a whistle against Sutherlin. And that will go against Gary. It'll be his first personal foul of the ball game. Walker finds Darland, has it stripped away. Well, I'll tell you one thing, Sutherlin not getting cheated on defensive effort tonight.
No, they're definitely putting in the effort on defense for sure against the Challengers, and so far been very aggressive with that defense. Third turnover now for the Challengers.
Worley out of backcourt. Spins, has it taken away by Klecker. Klecker quickly up the floor to Darland. He'll have to run it down. Gets it. Holden drives hard to the hole, and we'll have a blocking foul. And that will send the Challengers' leading scorer on the season to the free throw line.
I think that one's on Van Buren, which might be his second. No, just his first.
Holden at the charity stripe. Like I said, leading the way in scoring. Not far behind him with Derek Farmer and Andy Alvarez. But Holden has definitely established himself as the alpha dog for this group.
Well, and he's been the most consistent scorer for sure.
Well, it's like you say, he'll do a little bit of everything. He's almost kind of a double-double machine, even though they also have very good rebounders on the team like Alvarez. Puts the Challengers up by 10.
And Challengers just putting a little pressure on the ball here and seeing how Sutherlin handles that man-to-man press.
Out of backcourt is Gary. Gives up for Worley. Worley working against Gottsman, who's back in the ball game. Meanwhile, they'll try to loop a pass down low. Gary, and the Challengers come away with it. There's Hutton Walker on the drive. I tell you, Hutton Walker always looks like he's shot out of a cannon.
Yes, he does. He accelerates very quickly with the basketball, which is kind of a rare thing to be able to do.
Kind of reminds me a little bit of somebody who wears number 2 on the football team.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Of course, we speak of Bryson Walker, his older brother. And then, of course, with that, Hutton, his nickname in the classroom is Junior.
Yeah, well, I'm sure he doesn't appreciate that, but that's what it is.
Yeah, he's a good sport about it. So I call him Hutton Junior Walker III.
And there you go. And he makes them both. Challengers so far tonight, maybe I shouldn't jinx them, 5 for 6 from the free throw line.
I'll try to negate that somehow. Riley Heinen's in the ball game, and they try to get it down low. Blocked by Alvarez. A big part of that Challenger defense is the rim protection that you get from Alvarez. Count on him for 1 or 2 blocks a game. And I'm going to guess with a vertically challenged team such as the Bulldogs, he might collect a few of them tonight. 1:33 left to go in the quarter. Challengers lead by 12. Walker's going to come out of the lineup. Holden will return. Gottsman against a little bit of backcourt pressure and gets it to front court. Now for Farmer. Farmer feeds Holden. Holden drives to the hoop. 2. Holden with 7 in the game. 1:12 to go in the quarter. We talk about defensive goals. The Bulldogs just 1 lone field goal for the game. In the ball game, Harlan Duck.
Definitely single digits even after that make right there by Magana.
Down in the corner, inside a minute to go. Klecker drives. Alvarez. Holden. Fires a pass. Gottsman had a look, and they're going to call him for the travel as he made his move.
I like him going to the rim there, but he's got to put the ball on the floor before he picks up his pivot foot.
With 43.6 left here in the quarter, Bulldogs trying to get into a flow here. Worley Kicks it out. Magana. Worley. Pass there, but they're getting a hand on it defensively. Looked like Holden over there.
Challenger trying to match back up. They all got switched up when Gottsman went for the steal, and others had to cover his guy.
Inbound, and they'll swing it. Magana, Worley. There with the ball is Heinenge. Working against Holden. 15 seconds left to go in the quarter.
And they're going to call Holden for the foul, which is unfortunate because, now the shot clock's off, but it was pretty far down at the time Jake picked up the foul.
For Holden, that'll be his first personal foul. Second team foul of the quarter for the Challengers. 12 seconds to go. They'll feed it underneath, and there. Ended up smoking the puppy there, and now Challengers going the other way. Lose the handle on the ball.
Yeah, Brady had a wide open Huddy, and he threw it behind him.
.4 seconds, so time for the buzzer heave, and this one will be short, and that will end the first quarter of play. Your John L. Scott scoreboard. Challengers 16, the Bulldogs 4. We'll be back in 1 minute here on TableRockSports.net.
George Fox University is proud to sponsor this year's Challenger Athletics program.
At Rogue Credit Union, we don't answer to shareholders. Instead, we return earnings back to our members. We know that we're stronger when we work together, and that's why we're invested here, living, giving, and supporting local. We're your friends and your neighbors. We know the needs of our communities. Being a part of Rogue means that our focus is on our members, and when you prosper, we prosper. See the credit union difference and how being a part of something smaller can have a bigger impact.
Bill's Glass covers the full spectrum of your glass needs and dreams. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home and auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
10 in the quarter, though, shooting-wise.
Get ready to start the second quarter. So the Challengers, well, I guess it's kind of like, if you look at the stat sheet, Mark, it's kind of a mixture of the good, the bad, and the ugly.
A little bit, yeah. The Challengers 5 for 10 in the quarter, of course, 50%. But they did have 5 turnovers in that first quarter too, and but 5 for 10, nice shooting to start the game. Sutherlin, meanwhile, 2 for 7 with 7 turnovers. So both teams turning the ball over a little more than the coaches would like, for sure. And
Walker with it for Farmer. He'll go to the hole and off the glass for a bucket.
And those layups are usually pretty high percentage.
Yeah, most of the time. Farmer with that quickness, just hard to stop. Van Buren, meanwhile, he gets position for the shot.
A couple of nice interior passes that time from Sutherlin to get him a really nice look at close at the rim.
Pass over in the corner. Klecker, bounce pass out to Farmer. Holden with it now. Bull rushes his way to the hoop. Can't connect, but Alvarez is there. His putback won't go. And it is going to be Cascade back. Well, no, it's Sutherland ball.
They're going to call that one on Jake.
For Holden, that'll be his second foul of the ball game. Cortez out of backcourt. Bounce pass up the floor, and they're getting a hand on it defensively is Klecker. But as Klecker tried to get another hand on him, a little reach over there.
Yeah, that one's going to go on Klecker.
And that'll be his first personal foul. The second team foul of the quarter for the Challengers with 6:57 left to go in the first half of play. Taking care of the inbound, Harlan Duck. Bounce pass inside. There with the steal is Holden. Holden has it nearly taken away. LaPrey there with the defense. Well, Challengers are going to slow this down a little bit. Coming into the high post, offering a screen is Alvarez. Farmer penetrates, passes over in the corner. Klecker, he had 3 threes against Douglas and misses there. Quickly up the floor. Duck will shoot it. Shot a little bit long. Farmer wheels and deals out of the backcourt, and there's Alvarez.
Nice pass up the court that time by Farmer. We get Alvarez an easy one.
Andy with 5 in the game. Holden near steal there. Knocks it out of bounds. It'll be a Sutherlin inbound. Duck looking for a target. Finds Cortez. Stepped out, and it'll be Challenger basketball.
And another turnover for the Bulldogs.
That's got to be frustrating for Coach Freeman. That
9 turnovers so far with 6 minutes to go in the first half.
You
for the
don't
Bulldogs.
want more turnovers than points.
No, it's a bad sign.
Alvarez has it tipped away, but Walker is there. And then we got a foul there against Sutherlin. And that'll go against Duck. That'll be his first of the ball game. One team foul for the Bulldogs. Walker out of backcourt. Over for Alvarez. Skip pass. Walker. Klecker will shoot from 3. His shot off target. Ball rolls around and out. Duck there to retrieve it. Van Buren over for Gary. Steal by the Challengers quickly to Holden, and he throws it down. Jake Holden with 9 in the game, and the exclamation point.
Always fun to see a dunk, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, there you got a couple of guys that can do that. Meanwhile, Gavin Hayes getting ready to check in for the Challengers. And Gottsman. Then also Mikey Covey.
Gottsman picked up his second foul. He had a little trouble with foul trouble up at Douglas as well on Wednesday. And the Challengers look like they're in the 1-3-1 right now.
And a 5-second violation for Sutherlin. So with 5:08 to go in the half, Challengers get it back. You know, what I'm seeing is interesting, and I think we talked a little bit about it at the beginning of the year. In terms of kind of like identifying a true point guard for the Challengers, it's really almost more by committee than anything, isn't it?
It really has been. Derek, actually, Farmer has been doing a little more of it lately.
Hayes kicks it out. Covey. They'll swing it for Farmer. Farmer, cross-court pass to Mikey. Inside it goes to Holden. He'll pull up, shoot! Nothing but net.
Yeah, he's really good in the mid-range, as you can see. From that little fadeaway, about a 15-foot fadeaway, he just buries it.
Holden with 11 in the game. The Challenger lead is 18. A steal by Gottsman. Gottsman to Holden. Holden.
I like the wisdom there and not trying to dunk that one. Just get the bucket.
There will always be other opportunities. And just a sophomore, plenty more. Meanwhile, going the other way, LaPrey, and meanwhile, on the drive to the hoop, Brandon Lohr there with the strip defensively. Goes out of bounds, but the Challengers keep the basketball with 4:01 left to go in the half. Try to get it inbounds for Holden. Defensively, Sutherland able to get a hand on it. Klecker getting ready to check back into the ball game.
Farmer's going to go out.
And then checking in for Sutherlin, Riley Heinenge. Klecker, Covey, picks up his dribble. There's Klecker. He'll start to penetrate off the glass, and he scores.
Love it when he attacks the rim. He's a really good rim attacker. Like to see him get it. Got it. That's his first bucket, and he's attacking the rim.
All right, sorry about that technical difficulty here. They got things going again. Hudson Gottsman scored to give the Challengers a 22-point lead. Ball's loose on the floor. Darland with it. Quickly up the floor to Gottsman. Gottsman with the left hand. Can't get it to go, but there's Holden with the putback. Holden with 15 in the first half. Worley back in the ball game, guarded by Covey. His pass broken up. There's Darland with the steal. Quickly up the floor goes to Holden. Holden looking for Gottsman, but there with the steal is Heinenge as he works his way up the floor. Foul against the Challengers. And for Holden, that'll be his third.
Yep. So we won't see any more of Holden here in the first half.
So now for the Challengers, you have Gottsman out there, along with Darland, Covey, Hayes, and Holden. But we've got Alvarez and Klecker getting set to check back in. First free throw attempt by Heinenge is missed. It remains a 32-8. Hayes and Holden will come out of the lineup.
And a really nice job by the Challengers playing defense tonight. Just 8 points so far for Sutherlin. And we talked about single-digit quarters, and with a good effort here, it could be a single-digit half.
Here, it'll be Duck with the shot. Ends up overshooting the runway. Out of bounds it'll go. Challengers touched it last, and it'll be a Bulldog inbound. Hutton Walker getting ready to return. Getting set to inbound. There's Heinenge. And a whistle stopping play.
I think they're going to get Hutt for it. Yep.
Coach Morris discussing the foul call with the official.
And I saw that. There was a little bit of a hold by Hutt.
Yeah, a hard one to argue there. Meanwhile, Aiden Gonsalves, who's in the ball game, he goes to the free throw line. See if he can't get his team up into double digits. First free throw attempt, a little bit long. He'll have another one coming with 1:53 to go here in the first half. 1 for 2 at the stripe. Stay tuned at halftime for stats and updates brought to you by the Medford Parks and Recreation Department. The activities guide is out with sports leagues, classes, and activities for all. Hutton Walker driving to the hoop. He gets it to go and one. Hutton Walker, the hoop and the harm. Well, I'll tell you one thing about Hutton. I obviously don't get a chance to coach him, but I can tell you in the classroom, he's a real delight to have.
Yes, very nice young man.
A good locker room guy. 1:30 left to go. And the shot attempt there just a little bit short. Ball quickly up the floor for Walker. 1:17 to go. Gottsman fires his shot off to the right. And it ends up in the arms of Aaron LaPrey.
Yeah, Hudson's still struggling from that three-point line. Like to see him ball fake that and drive.
Well, he's definitely got the length and he's got the athleticism. Harlan Duck whistled for the personal foul. That'll be his second of the ball game. Holden back in the ball game for the Challengers. By a long way, the top scorer in the ball game.
Sutherlin going to man up here. They've been kind of going back and forth between a man and a zone most of the first half.
Alvarez offers the screen to Walker. Walker going to drive hard. Farmer from downtown, and the team leader in three-point percentage buries it to make it 37-9. Farmer with 7 in the game. 29 seconds left to go in the second. Duck over on the right wing, looks for Van Buren, and they're going to call a blocking foul to the incredulous reaction of Farmer.
That was a block, all right. It looked like a kind of a block you'd see in football.
Yeah.
When those two guys hit each other there on the lower block.
Well, of course, I tell you what, I think if he went out for the golf team, he'd be good at that.
Wow.
And just a great all-around athlete. And, of course, you mentioned football, and that's probably where his exploits are best known.
Yes.
Hunter Van Buren at the free throw line. I think there was some discussion about whether or not he would play basketball this year, and I think everybody's glad that he's here.
Well, for sure. Very athletic, very a lot of speed with that kid, too.
Oh, my goodness. Second free throw attempt is good. I tell you what, I think we could have a good fundraiser at school someday. We have like a charity race between him and Bryson Walker. Speaking of Bryson, his younger brother Hutton there, just past the timeline at midcourt. Farmer with it. He'll let it fly, and he'll make it. The heat check three is good, and he's got 10 for the half, and that will end the first half of play. It's halftime, and did you know that the City of Medford is the largest provider of community recreation classes, programs, and sports leagues in Southern Oregon? Check out the fall program guide for hundreds of offerings at playmedford.com. Your halftime score, the Challengers 40, the Bulldogs 11. We'll take a 2-minute break, and then we'll be back here on TableRockSports.net.
Diverse venues, we got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Okay, you know how people complain about how Dutch Bros workers are like too nice, too hyper, compliment you too much, whatever? Maybe you're not nice enough. Maybe you need to get a little Dutch Bros in you.
Discover the West Coast destination for those seeking more. More sunny days, more athletic facilities, more outdoor adventures, more to do during downtime. Medford is your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
%53% for us from the field.
It's game time. And there's only one thing that makes it all possible. Refs.
We're looking for people like you. Former athletes.
Parents.
Community members.
Anyone who can manage the game and stick with it.
But we need more heroes in stripes. People like you.
Join the team and keep sports alive.
Play ball.
Because no ref, no game.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community. Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
Fans, our sponsors make it possible to bring you our winter sports coverage. Thank you to General Manager Justin Lombardi and our title sponsors again in 2026, the Lithia Superstore on Highway 62. Your home for Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Fiat vehicles and trucks. Jim McCoy along with Mark McLemore, Joseph Brett on the camera. And while we're away, Mark, you've got the halftime stats, and you got to be loving them if you're a Challenger fan.
Yeah, that's one of the, we realizing that Sutherlin is 6-6, as you said, not the best team, but I'm very impressed with how the Challengers played a full half. There wasn't any let-ups. We saw scoring throughout both quarters. Much better, much more consistency, I think, from the Challengers in that first half so far tonight. Did not see that as much at Douglas when they played Douglas earlier this week. But tonight, 16 points in the first quarter, clear to 40, at half. So 24 points in the second quarter. So nice job by the Challengers of just keeping the pressure on and building and playing the way that the Challengers want to play. And then holding to Sutherlin 4 points in the first quarter, just 7 in the second. So they just have 11 points here at half. 2 single-digit quarters and 2 quarters over 15 points for the Challengers offensively, and that's the way Cascade wants to play. And I think that was a really nice half for them. Probably the only thing that coach is a little upset about is that they did have 6 turnovers. He'd like that to be closer to 4 or 5.
Right.
But they had 5 of those 6 in the first quarter and ended the half with 6. So they only had 1 in the second quarter. Much better in the second quarter, taking care of the basketball for the Challengers. Cascade Christian, 16 for 30 from the field, 53%. Definitely the best half of shooting-wise that we've seen him so far this year, shooting 53% in that first half. From the free throw line, 5 for 7, 71% for Cascade. On the other hand, Sutherlin, 4 for 15. And notice they only got up 15 shots compared to 30 for the Challengers. Some of that's offensive rebounds, but also Sutherlin with 13 turnovers in the half. And yeah, that's 13 shots you could have taken that you didn't get a chance to take because you turned the ball over. So Sutherlin struggling just getting shot attempts up in that first half. 4 for 15 for just 27%. And from the free throw line, the Bulldogs 3 for 6 for 50%. Scoring in that first half, first for the Sutherlin Bulldogs. LePray had 2. Riley Cortez with 2. Let's see. I'm still having problems with Magana. How are you saying that? Magana. There's no. Oh, yeah. I guess there isn't it in there. Magana had 2, and Van Buren had 2. I'll get that figured out maybe before the end of the game here. But Magana, there we go, with 2, and Gonsalves with 1 point. So that's the scoring there in the first half for Sutherlin. So just the 11 points. So a very rough half for the Bulldogs, and the Challengers really taking care of business there in that first half.
Absolutely. Well, we're just a few moments away from the start of the second half. Want to remind you, coming up on the Challenger schedule, that they'll be on the road next week on Tuesday against North Valley, then back here at home against Rogue River on Thursday the 15th. And also coming up here in a couple of weeks on January 23rd, we have our next Hall of Fame class for Cascade Christian Athletics Hall of Fame. That includes our good friend, longtime Challengers coach Paul Shea,
as
who will
it should
be inducted. Max Brown, who has a great story about a guy who served here at Cascade as a teacher, a principal, for a number of years, and I don't know how many thousands of photos he took along the way. And the only thing that really slowed him down is advancing age and health. So they'll recognize him. And then a member of that first Challenger, those first Challenger championship team's Josh Heidegger, who ended up on the receiving end of the winning touchdown pass for the Challengers when they won the 2A title back in 06. And, of course, he was also a key player for the Challengers on their championship-winning basketball team that year. And also, by the way, he was pretty good in track and field, too.
Yeah, could throw it. He could throw a javelin a little ways.
Yeah, just a little ways. Just a little ways.
I think he went on to the U of O and did that, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, and I can tell you that serving here at the school, we've got a lot of people to recognize coming up in the next several years, and we'll look forward to doing that. Right now, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break, and then when we return, we'll get you ready for the start of the second half. Challengers lead at the break 40-11. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
Combining your home and auto insurance could save you time and money. And who doesn't like that? Want surprisingly great rates on auto, home, and life? Now's the time to call State Farm agent Rory Wold in Medford.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
This has been my profession for 30 plus years now. I really love my work. We try to source as many ingredients as we can as local as possible, like local fruits and vegetables. We have a menu like you would find in any nice restaurant. We don't make it until you order it, so everything will be coming out fresh. We do have wonderful desserts here as well. Every day you have 5 or 6 options as far as a fresh dessert go. People are bringing their friends and family and wanting to show off what we have here to offer.
Come take a tour of Twin Creeks and meet our award-winning
ministry and stuff at Applegate.
Yep.
Back here at the half, we're just a couple of moments away from the start of the second half.
I got one real quick correction. Van Buren actually had 4 points in that first half, not 2, and that gets you to the 11 because otherwise it only added up to 9. So anyway, my bad on that. I got that correction on my score sheet, and so anyway, as we go into the second half, I look forward to the Challengers to continue. I mean, one of the things that Coach has been harping on them lately is that they have to have consistency and continued high-level play. So I'm curious to see, it's easy in a game like this to not do that.
Right.
So let's see how they come out here in the third quarter.
Well, I know just in terms of the reports on the road games, just looking at the stat sheets to get from Coach Evenson and looking them over, you see where they'll have fantastic quarters.
Yes.
Then you'll see other quarters where, you can kind of tell they got lulled to sleep a little bit. And, yeah, I imagine you talk to any coach, one of the things they really going to strive for at the high school level is to play 32 minutes of good basketball. The Medford Parks and Recreation Department invites you to the Rogue Credit Union Community Complex for open swim, drop-in sports, and sports leagues. And see the events taking place at roguexmedford.com. Join the fun at Rogue X. I think the Challengers got a swim meet coming up over there. And I know the wrestling squad was in day one of a meet today. Joey Menard ended up winning both of his matches. And we also had victories by football player and former basketball player Tucker Maben. Looks like he's acclimating well to playing well on the mat. Ollie Gorgon, also a winner in action today. And Thomas Greer as well. So maybe it hasn't been the greatest day to be a Duck, but it sure has been a good day to be a Challenger.
Yes, it has been. And Challenger JV2 basketball tomorrow. 2 games at Grants Pass High School. In a little JV tournament that's going on over there tomorrow. So I'm going to be busy tomorrow as well.
All right. Meanwhile, Sutherlin opens the second half of the basketball, dressed in blue, going hard to the hole, laying it up and in. Riley Cortez.
A quick bucket for the Bulldogs to start the third quarter.
Got to be a nice little boost of confidence there. Farmer, Alvarez. Farmer gets it back. He'll fire from 3. This shot misses its target.
I think that was a little heat check right there as he made those 2 threes to end the first half.
Cortez making a move to the hoop. Misses. Sutherlin, offensive rebound. And now firing from distance. LaPrey misses the shot. Coming up with it. Holden quickly up the floor. Klecker back to Farmer. Bulldogs do a good job of getting back in transition. Alvarez, Farmer, he'll pull up, shoot. Shot just a little bit long. Alvarez tries to scoop it. There is Gottsman. He can't get it to go. It remains a 40-13 ball game.
A couple of little chippies that you got to get made there if you're the challengers. And Cascade's going to take a quick timeout. Coach didn't like how that quarter started so far.
All right, fans, our sponsors make it possible to bring you our winter sports coverage. Thank you to General Manager Justin Lombardi and our title sponsor once again in 2026, the Lithia Superstore on Highway 62. Your home for Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Fiat vehicles and trucks. Before or after the game is a great time to visit Dutch Bros and enjoy your favorite treat. Dutch Bros supports the communities that support them. And for over 50 years, there's been no better place after the game than Abby's Pizza. Make new memories at Abby's. Here in the third quarter, the challengers lead by a score of 40-13, but a little bit of a ragged start for Cascade, and Morris trying to talk things over. And I think that's what we were talking about at the break, that one of the things he wanted to do is to try to nip those tough stretches in the bud.
Yeah, instill consistency, and they have seen it go off the rails here a little bit to start the quarter.
Farmer out of backcourt. As you said, he's taken on the lion's share of ball handling responsibilities. For Klecker, guard-to-guard exchange around the horn. Gottsman fires from long range. His shot short. Offensive rebound. Well, Holden had it for a second, but it's taken by the Bulldogs. Out of backcourt, Riley Cortez. Lohr with it. Picks up his dribble. Drive to the hole, 2. So the Bulldogs start out outscoring the challengers 4-0 here in the third. Gottsman to Farmer. Now Alvarez, he'll shoot from the baseline. A shot just a little bit long. I don't know about some of these shots that they're taking. The shot selection just seems a bit off.
I don't know if you noticed, but Bulldogs have gone to a 2-3 zone.
Which in that case, they're just about inviting you to try to shoot it from distance, and they're the shot short by Holden.
Yeah, challengers 0 for 5 here to start the quarter.
Lohr with it, and he scores.
Meanwhile, giving up 10 points there early. Well, not quite 10, but 8 to the Bulldogs.
Farmer with the ball. Directing traffic. Gives over for Alvarez. Skip pass to Farmer. Klecker will have a look. Klecker's shot a little bit long. There with the rebound is Farmer. Farmer, a little contact inside. Foul will go against the Bulldogs. And that'll go against Brandon Lohr.
His second foul. Challengers yet to get a bucket here in the quarter.
Gottsman.
After a really nice second quarter, where they scored 24.
Duck will check into the Bulldog lineup. Klecker picks up his dribble, feeds to Holden. Holden with the left hand for 2.
And if you can't get one to go from outside, let's get to the rim. And a nice job by Holden getting another bucket.
Well, there's nobody stopping him.
Not so far tonight, anyway.
Duck working against Gottsman for Cortez in front of the Bulldog bench. Making a move to the hoop. Ball knocked away, and it will be the Bulldogs inbounding underneath their own basket.
Yeah, nice block that time by Derek Farmer.
Inbound, low post. Has it taken away. Gottsman out of backcourt for Holden. Holden trying to make a move. He's fouled. He goes, and you can tell right there, just real smart about as he penetrates, drawing the defense to him and then making an attempt. That'll result in free throws.
Couple of free throws.
First attempt, rims off.
He was 2 for 2. I wasn't going to jinx him, but he kind of missed that one anyway.
Gottsman comes out of the game. Into the ball game will be Hutton Walker. Second attempt, that one goes. 43-17.
18 points for Holden so far in this one. Right at his average, I think, if I remember hearing you correctly.
Yes. They'll try to feed it. Van Buren off the window, and he scores. Now Holden going the other way. Klecker from downtown. It is good.
Klecker loves the corners, and he makes them pay from right there.
Brady Klecker with 5. Duck. Pass for Cortez. He'll drive. His shot no good. Alvarez the rebound. Quickly outlets. Klecker glides to the hole. He misses it, but there's Holden.
Few of those layups the Challengers have missed tonight. Brady's got to finish that. Challengers in that 1-3-1 again.
Ball tipped around. Challengers with the steal. Walker there. Farmer dishes to Alvarez. They'll kick it out. Farmer makes this move. Oh, nice pass. 2.
Great little feed that time from Farmer to Alvarez for the easy bucket. And the Challengers looking a little better now offensively.
Shot from downtown, knocking it down, Aaron LaPrey. So a lot of that futility that dogged the Bulldogs in the first half, they've had a good third quarter here.
Well, LaPrey has 7 points on his own in the third quarter.
Cascade Christian going to take a timeout and talk things over. We'll take a quick timeout and then we'll be right back. Well, let's go ahead and show you the replay here on that last offensive series. Farmer has it, and he'll do the drive. Nice little pass there, and there's the dish for the bucket. And we'll be back. Well, actually, let's just go ahead and keep it here.
Yeah, might as well.
30-second timeout. I don't think I've ever used replay in basketball before, and it's just like, well, this seems like a good time for it.
Well, that's a fun little replay right there.
Yes. Discover the vibrant lifestyle at Twin Creeks Retirement in Central Point. Enjoy spacious apartments, gourmet dining, and enriching activities in a welcoming community. Learn more at TwinCreeksRetirement.com. Cascade Christian with the basketball, leading in the ball game 50-22. Leading scorers in the game for the Challengers. Holden with 20, Farmer with 10.
Noah Darling in the game.
He's in there. Hayes also into the ball game. Holden, he goes hard. He's going to kick it out. Now Walker to the hoop, and he's fouled as he makes his move.
They're going to call an offensive foul on Walker.
Offensive foul against the freshman guard, and it'll be Bulldog basketball.
That's where I always encourage the kids to play off 2 feet, because if he lands on 2 feet right in front of that, he doesn't charge. Then he has opportunity to either jump up and just shoot a little jumper, or a runner or something different, and he doesn't end up running into the defender.
Yeah, makes sense. 2:28 left to go in the third. Duck with the basketball. He'll shoot. Misses everything, and it goes out of bounds. They try to save it. They're trying to hustle for it as Riley Heinench. Walker, long pass, Holden. Tried to get it for Darlin, but it's broken up. Challengers keep possession of the basketball. Walker starts a drive. And then looks like we got a
illegal screen.
So a foul will go against Hayes. That'll be his second of the ball game for the Challengers. 2 team fouls in the quarter. There's a steal by Darlin. He lays it up and in. One of the things we were talking about, I was talking with Coach Evenson yesterday, just talking about what incredible timing Noah has.
Yes.
For blocks and steals.
He's a very smart player.
Gavin Hayes whistled for another personal foul.
That's his third.
Sophomore, transfer over from Phoenix High School. Duck passes out of the paint. Andy Alvarez going to check back in along with Derek Farmer. .138 left to go in the third. Tried to feed underneath. There with the attempt is Braxton Gary.
I think Darlin's going to pick up a foul. Noah.
And that will send Gary to the free throw line for Darland, his second personal.
It's now 4 team fouls in the quarter here on the Challengers, so the next one will put the Bulldogs on the free throw line regardless of whether it's shooting or not.
52-23 your score. Bulldogs with 12 here in the quarter. Alvarez rebounds the miss. Gottsman. Pass up the floor. Walker will shoot from 3. His shot a little bit long, though Darland there hustling for it. And again, there's that timing on display. Didn't quite succeed there, but just even to try to make a play on it, pretty impressive. Officials timeout, and looks like
shot clock issue.
Meanwhile, that'll give Mikey Covey an opportunity to check into the ball game. He's kind of one of those make things happen guys. You're not sure what he's going to make happen, but he'll make something happen.
He's going to make something happen, that's true.
And of course, in football, renowned for his defensive prowess. Meanwhile, shot a little bit long, and a foul against Sutherlin. And that'll go against Aiden Gonzalez. 1:06 left to go in the quarter. 52-23 your score. Darlin with the basketball. Feeds Covey. Covey starts to penetrate. He'll shoot. Shot way short. Alvarez. Ball wound up in his arms. I think he was a little taken by surprise.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Mikey was doing there. It could have been a pass.
Well, that's true.
And I'm not sure. But anyway, Challenger staying in that 1-3-1. I think Coach is trying to get everybody a little bit of time to play it. And we got an illegal screen on 13, I think.
Gonsalves. That'll be his second foul of the game. In case you missed it earlier, Challenger girls against the Sutherlin girls program that's always a perennial powerhouse, but Challenger girls ended up taking a 44-42 victory.
That'll help their RPI.
Definitely. Number 11 coming into the game, and the Bulldog girls at 6th.
No, I did not see that call, and you can hear the Challenger bench from here complaining about that offensive foul call on Andy Alvarez.
Steal by Farmer. Farmer making a move, the little reverse, and he'll go to the free throw line. No, I caught a little glimpse of Coach Morse. He just kind of shaking his head.
Yes, he's still asking the referee about it because it wasn't a foul.
Yeah.
Bottom line.
And And this, at that point, you can tell Coach Morrison's like, okay, I've made my point here. Take a little sip of water here.
Yes.
And watch
Move
Dirk
on.
shoot the free throws. Yep. I think the officials will give you that. They'll give you a moment to state your case and just get it out of your system, and provided it doesn't go on for too long,
Yes.
they'll let you have your moment.
Well, but they don't like the bench talking, and I saw some comments coming from the bench, and that's where he told them.
Yeah.
You tell those guys to shut up, basically.
Yeah. Feed down low and a steal by Alvarez. Alvarez with a good defense there to Walker. 13 seconds left to go in the frame. Hutton out way high. And here goes Farmer. He sees Walker. Walker's going to penetrate, makes a move, and count it.
Wow. That was almost like NBA continuation there.
I was going to say.
But they're going to give it to him.
Well, and if you're a Challenger fan, you won't complain. That's
No.
6 in the game for Walker.
Yeah, Walker doing a nice job of attacking the rim tonight.
Free throw attempt on its way. That one just a little bit flat. And that will end the third quarter of play. It's the Challengers 56 and the Bulldogs 23. We'll be back after these messages on TableRockSports.net.
For over 50 years, each day has started with a smile, a helping hand, and a promise to be there when you need us most. Delivering on that promise are our hard-working, dedicated employees. At Sherms, we're proud to be an essential part of our community and look forward to keeping our selection, quality, and value where our customers deserve for many years to come. Sherms Food for Less and Thunderbird Market.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
Yeah, they only had, they played, well, I think they played 3 quarters at JV, so they had 2 quarters.
So we'll get ready to start the fourth quarter. Just taking note of a couple of substitutions in the game. A couple of the young guys. Wyatt Scott wearing number 4 and Jacoby Getman, number 23. Also in the game, Damon Bangs for Sutherlin. He'll give to Lohr. Lohr to Bangs. Working against Hutton Walker. Lohr tries to feed it, and there with it is Magana. Now Lohr going to try to penetrate and make a move. And as he does, he draws the foul.
On Hutton. Oh, no, excuse me, on Hudson Gottsman.
And for Huddy,
I think it's his 3rd, I believe.
a little discussion there at the scorer's table.
I'm guessing they don't have a certain number in the book. And maybe there's going to be some. There's a player on the floor, I'm guessing, that isn't in the book.
Let's see here if we can try to spot him. It's like so far. Well, I know that we just had Bangs check into the game.
Anyway, I think they've just said they're not going to care about that.
Yeah.
Considering the score, and they're moving on, which is fine, and I'm sure Coach is fine with that.
Lohr?
Lohr makes the first free throw.
Because now I was going to say, like if it's a matter of Damon Bangs, he is on the OSAA roster, but that may not necessarily mean that they may have forgotten to put him in the scorebook.
Exactly. That's the important part.
That's how I got teed up in high school. They forgot to put me in the scorebook.
I got a number wrong this year already and got a T. And that happens a lot when we have as many guys as we have playing. I mean, it happens a lot that I get a number wrong, but usually I get it corrected before the game starts, and this time I didn't.
Yeah.
And that's the first time that's ever happened to me.
Bulldog basketball, Bangs with it, looking low post. Challenger defense doing its job. Cross-court pass. Van Buren will eye it. Shot short, rebound out to Gottsman. Quickly up the floor. Walker down in the corner. Wyatt Scott lets it fly. Shot a little bit long. There in traffic is Jacoby Getman. Jacoby. Now, here's what's funny, Mark, is I don't have Jacoby on my OSAA roster.
No, he's 20. Yeah, he's
32.
32.
There's Darlin. He gets in the scorebook. 6:02 to go in the ball game. 58-24 your score. Bangs looking inside. Swings it to Hunter Van Buren. Now to Lohr. Lohr, the little runner, and can't get it to go. Scott with the rebound. Outlets for Getman. Covey, who's in the ball game. Darland. Walker on the cross-court reception. And we'll have a foul against the Bulldogs.
It's going to go on Bangs.
Damon Bangs, the 5'9" sophomore wing. And the Challengers going to call a timeout. We will do the same, and we'll be right back.
The Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Medford Superstore wants to buy your vehicle. So we'll beat any other dealer's offer to buy your vehicle by $500. And if we don't buy your vehicle, we'll fill up your gas tank. Only at Lithia Dodge.
When you work with Hart Insurance Agency, you'll experience the quality service and attention to detail that you'll only find with an independent insurance agency. Hart Insurance Agency was founded in 1947 and is one of the largest independent, locally owned agencies in Southern Oregon, with offices in Grants Pass and Medford. Their experienced team of agents have the knowledge to design, place, and to manage your personal and business insurance plans. Find out more. Visit hartinsurance.com.
The Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Medford Superstore wants to buy your vehicle. So we'll beat any other dealer's offer to buy your vehicle by $500. And if we don't buy your vehicle, we'll fill up your gas tank. Only at Lithia.
Back here at the Cascade Christian Pavilion, the Challengers lead 58-24. The Challengers looking to raise their record to 9-3 in the season. They come into the contest number 9 in the OSAA Power Rankings. Coach Brian Morse coming in with 715 career victories. Gottsman with the basketball up top for Getman. And there's some defense, some good hustle there by Magana.
And the Bulldogs call a timeout.
30-second timeout called. That'll give us a chance to recognize some of our sponsors. Remember that before or after the game is a great time to visit Dutch Bros and enjoy your favorite treat. Dutch Bros supports the communities that support them. And for over 60 years, there's no better place after the game than Abby's Pizza. Make new memories at Abby's. And when you talk Abby's and Dutch Bros, I think in Southern Oregon there's just about one on every corner.
Yeah, I think I think you're supposed to go to Dutch Bros to get your drink, and then you go to Abby's to get your pizza.
There you go.
Right?
I like it.
And
I like it. We lived up in Roseburg. I think we lived down the street from the original
Well, there you go.
Abby's that opened back in 1964.
Well, and it's sort of spread from there all over.
Oh, my
there's
goodness.
Places like Myrtle Point and some of the smaller towns around the Roseburg area all have an Abby's.
Yep. And, of course, Dutch Bros all over the West. Meanwhile, Sutherlin lower on the drive, and
then Gottsman's going to get his fourth.
Well, if you got him, you might as well use him, right?
Yeah. Use him or lose him, I guess.
Yep. Meanwhile,
Or smoke him while you got him, however you want to look at it.
See Gavin Hayes into the ball game. And now we've got the running clock.
Yes, we do.
Inbound play, and
I'm not as big of a fan of the running clock in basketball.
Yeah.
I just feel like the game goes pretty quickly anyway, normally
right
toward the end. So, not a huge fan of that. But
no,
in football, I totally
get it. Yeah. Or maybe like in baseball where you got the 10 run rule. Ball bounces around, shot attempt. And there is Hayes with the rebound. Walker will take it out of backcourt.
And take it all the way to the rim.
Hutton Walker.
That's 8 points for Hutt. I think that might be one of his higher scoring games this year.
I think so. I think his season high for varsity is 10. What am I saying? He's pretty much full-time varsity now, isn't he?
Yes, he is. He plays usually one quarter with me.
Well, I know they even had, because the girls are a little short on numbers, I know that Morgan Samhammer ended up playing a quarter of JV girls basketball.
Well, sometimes you have to do what you got to do to get enough bodies on the floor.
Yes.
Some of these guys that I have play both JV and JV2.
Gottsman trying to feed it inside for Hayes. And the ball's lost out of bounds. Darlin will check into the contest.
11 turnovers so far for the Challengers. Not something that's better. That's more in the range. Coach wants them under 12, and right now they are. Let's see if they can keep it that way the last 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, they've had a few of those 17 and 19 turnover games, and that's something you don't want to have happen. Bang's going to make a move. His shot no good, but he'll get an opportunity to earn them at the free throw line. Darland whistled for his third personal of the ball game.
Bang's at the free throw line trying to get himself in the scorebook.
And he does. 60-25 your score. Bangs will have a second attempt coming in and out. A jump ball called. The possession arrow points the way of Cascade Christian with 2:02 to go. So you have Walker in there along with Darlin, Scott. And it looks like a shot clock discussion, or
I'm not sure what it is. I'm guessing it is. Been a few of those tonight.
Yes. Walker directing traffic. Hayes offering a screen. Kick it out. Scott will shoot. Nothing but net. Think you went any higher on that, he would have drawn rain.
That's the way he shoots them. Trust me, he's playing a lot of JV, and he gets a lot of arc on him. Kind of like to see that. There's so few kids that get that kind of arc anymore.
Right. The rainbow jumper. Meanwhile, move to the hoop there in the low post. Working is Braxton Gary.
He's going to earn himself a couple of free throws.
And the foul will go against Wyatt Scott. So making some headlines, getting some face time here late in the game. Gary, first free throw attempt is good.
Yeah, so far everyone that's played for the Challengers have scored except for Jacoby and Mikey Covey.
Second attempt, that one's good. Inside a minute to go.
I was just going to say the same thing. Under a minute to go.
Well, things winding down here in this one as the Challengers look to run the record to 9-3. Walker with the no-look pass. Now Getman, he'll get an opportunity. That shot off target. There's Hayes with it. His putback is good.
He's got 4 points in this one.
He's kind of becoming that clean up around the hoop kind of guy.
He's been that ever since he's been here, really. He played a lot of post over at Phoenix.
Well, he's no doubt got some height. And I think probably, as his career develops, they'll probably find other ways to continue to expand his game. Fouls on Hayes. That'll be his fourth. The clock continues to run, and there's steal by Getman, and
that'll do it.
So the Cascade Christian Challengers secure the victory at home. They defeat the Sutherlin Bulldogs by a score of 65-27. I invite you to stick around. We'll have a quick post-game wrap-up for you. The Know Your Role post-game show will come your way next. Visit travelmedford.org/knowyourrole to see how this campaign is changing the culture of youth sports for the better. And learn about your sport ground, where the West Coast comes to play. We'll recap scoring and look at some key stats. That'll be coming up on the Know Your Role post-game show. And that follows in 2 minutes here on TableRockSports.net.
Your new year warm and happy with Abby's all new loaded spuds. Hot, cheesy, bacon packed, and easy on the wallet. When January feels cold and budgets feel tight, Abby's got the comfort you're craving. Loaded spuds for a limited time at Abby's.
Serving Southern Oregon for 69 years calls for a celebration.
And Lippert's is having one.
It's the 69th anniversary celebration.
The region's largest in-stock inventory of beautiful flooring is on sale.
Waterproof plank, just $269 a square foot.
Laminate, $169.
Carpet, an amazing 69 cents a square foot.
And ask about special no-interest financing
during the 69th anniversary celebration at Lippert's Carpet 1, Grants Pass, and Medford.
Pepperoni lovers rejoice! Pepperoni Palooza is back at Abby's. Get a large legendary pepperoni for under $20, or go giant with 50% more pizza for just $8 more. 2 great prices to conquer every January appetite and budget. Order now at abbys.com.
22 turnovers for them.
Back here at the Cascade Christian Pavilion, the Challengers secure the victory, 65-27. So both the varsity girls and varsity boys, as well as the JV boys, all come away winners this evening. The Challengers pretty much owned the pace of the game right from the outset. And in fact, in the first half, they limited the Bulldogs to just 11 points. So those single-digit quarters I talked about. And then it turned out in the fourth, as the game wound down, the Bulldogs only managed to pick up 4 points. So, well, I guess 3 out of 4, not bad.
No.
4 for 4 would be even better, but given the scenario here, the Challengers more than happy to take away the win and raise their record to 9-3. Next up for the Challengers will be a road date against North Valley on Tuesday night, a team that's definitely in a rebuilding mode themselves, and then they'll be at home on Grace Night coming up on Thursday. So the Challengers now starting to get into the league schedule, and so we got plenty of action coming up. But yeah, our next video stream of Challenger sports action will come up on Thursday night as the Challengers take on the Chieftains. Meanwhile, Mark just finalizing some of the stats here.
Yeah, and then after that, that Saturday, they go up to Cresswell, and that's going to be a very interesting contest, I think.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that'll be Cresswell, always one of those programs that you kind of expect to, on any given year, see over at Coos Bay and in that mix to earn a state championship. And it's, I tell you, this year of 3A basketball is going to be a very interesting one, just to see how it all shakes out after Westside Christian ended up winning it all last year. And
they have a
Coach
very strong team back this year as well.
Yep, and of course, new coach is David Henry, moved on to Arizona, and so it'll be, you'll see a mix of the usual suspects along with a few faces maybe you don't expect to see.
Yeah, I think there's some Eastern Oregon teams this year too that are playing really well so far early in the season. Anyway, scoring tonight for the Sutherlin Bulldogs, Bangs had 1, LaPrey with 7, Lohr had 3, Cortez with 4. I cannot say that name. Consalvas had 1. Magnana with 4. Braxton Gary with 3. Van Buren had 6. And that was the scoring for the Bulldogs. They shot 9 for 31, just 29% from the field, so struggled shooting the ball all night. 27% in the first half, 29% for the game. They were 8 for 14 from the free throw line, a little bit better, 57% for them from the free throw line. But the killer thing for them is they had 22 turnovers, and because of those 22 turnovers, like I said, they only got 31 shots up tonight. And the Challengers, meanwhile, 26 for 54. They got 54 shots and 48% shooting very well tonight from the field. Great sign anytime you're over 45% for a high school team. 8 for 11 from the free throw line, 73%. So all around, nice offensive statistics for the Challengers, and I think they're starting to come together a little bit there. And like I said, that the big test that we'll see next week for them will be next Saturday, a week from tomorrow, actually, where they will be playing Cresswell up in Eugene. So it's a road game. It's a good team. It'll be a great challenge for them. Obviously, they still have some league games to play in between, and as you mentioned, against North Valley and Rogue River. But that game on Saturday is something I'm really looking to see. It'll be a great test for the Challengers to kind of see where they are to date.
Yes.
Meanwhile, for the Challengers, I said they shot 26 for 54, 48%, 8 for 11 from the free throw line, 73%. They had 11 turnovers, much better than against Douglas, where they had 20 a couple of nights ago. So a better job of taking care of the ball as well for Cascade Christian. Hutton Walker had 8 tonight. Hudson Gottsman with a bucket for 2. Brady Klecker had 5. Wyatt Scott with a 3 off the bench. Andy Alvarez had 7. Gavin Hayes with 4. Derek Farmer with 12. Noah Darlin had 4. 20 points for Jake Holden to lead the way for the Challengers. And a really nice win and a pretty consistent first half for sure. But that third quarter, not quite where Coach would want it to be, as Sutherlin scored some points there, and the Challengers really didn't score as many as he would have expected, I think, in that quarter, and kind of came back a little. I mean, it's hard, like we mentioned, to keep the same level when you're playing a team that isn't at your level, and that's what we saw tonight. There's just a pretty good sized difference between these two teams as far as their talent level and their abilities. and that really showed through as the Challengers win this one 65-27.
Absolutely. Well, that'll wrap things up from here, where the Cascade Christian Challengers end up taking away a 65-27 victory against the Sutherlin Bulldogs. Thank you for watching tonight's broadcast. I'd like to thank Athletic Director Nate Maben for hosting the Lithia Superstore Game of the Night on TableRockSports.net. And thank you to our officials for tonight's contest. Visit TableRockSports.net to see when our next live high school sports events are scheduled. And again, the final score on the John L. Scott scoreboard, the Challengers 65 and the Bulldogs 27. This has been a presentation of TableRockSports.net. Our executive producer is Joe Brett. Along with Joseph Brett and Mark McLemore, I'm Jim McCoy saying thanks for watching and good night from Cascade Christian High School in Medford, Oregon.